Hello all my friends, welcome back or welcome to the channel. My name is T and this is my channel Crumpets, Tea and Sewing. I want to take the opportunity to welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in, and for those of you who are returning, thank you for your support and for coming to watch my videos every week. I really appreciate your support, your comments, your likes. All of those things really help me out, and I'm so grateful for how dedicated you are to supporting me. Thank you so much. All right, so for today's video, I am going to be doing a pattern review and a sewing tell of the Simplicity S8908, which is a relatively new shirt dress pattern put out by Simplicity this year. I did this pattern to participate in the Sew Your View challenge for the month of May, and this was the pattern that they put out for the month of May. If you're not familiar with the Sew Your View challenge, I'll go ahead and put all that information in the description box below, and you can go over to the host page on Instagram. The page is Sew Your View, and then it is hosted by That's So Monica. So I'll put all that information in the description box below. All right, so let's get started with the review. All right, so for this pattern, let me just tell you some of the characteristics of the pattern, how many views it has, and the style that it has and all that good stuff. And then I'll tell you the garments that I've made and the fabrics that I've chose. So this garment is a shirt dress that has a collar. It doesn't have a collar band, but it has a collar. It has your two front sections, obviously, and it features buttons going down the length of the garment. And then you have your back piece, and your back piece is put on the fold. You have different length variations, so you can make one that is knee length, or you can make one that is really long. Version A is more like a tunic. And so you can pull it over your head, and I think it only has 1 or 2 buttons, and then it's large enough that you can it's like a pullover top. Then you have versions B, C, and D. As I said, they are all buttoned down. Versions B, I believe that's a long sleeve, as well as version C as well. Version D, which is the version that I did, is a short sleeve, and I figured that's the version that I wanted to go with because it's late spring and we are going into summer, and I just did not want to have long sleeves. So I selected version D. And then also you could put pockets on your garment as well. So it has a pocket pattern. I think version version C has 1 pocket, and version C has 1 pocket, and version D has 2 pockets. Sorry, I had to think about that for a minute. And I did a combination of pockets and no pockets, and I'll tell you more about that. Also, for versions C and D, you have the option of putting a slit on the side of both the left and the right of the garment. I chose not to do that, so I did version D of the garment, where you have the short sleeves and it's knee length, and you can put the slit on the side, but I omitted the slits. That's the only thing that I did differently. All right, so let me tell you about the fabrics and the everything that I chose for the fabric. So this first piece here is a wearable muslin, and I got this fabric from Joann Fabrics. It's a calico print, and it has very small floral details. The flowers are pink on it, and I really like that. And then the leaves are, it's almost like a dark green, or it looks dark greenish, but it can be black as well. So I don't know. But anyway, short sleeves, as I stated before. I'd used the button down instead of the tunic. And the pattern also comes with a tie belt that you can make. So I made the tie belt. And I chose darker blue buttons as a contrast for it. And as I said, it is knee length. Okay, for the second garment that I made with this pattern, I used a white and black polka dot fabric that I purchased from Walmart. It was about $2 a yard, so it was very inexpensive. Again, I think I spent maybe $6 on that project. So, and that's including the buttons. So I didn't really spend a whole lot on that. This is probably my favorite of the three that I've made because I like the way that the red shoes contrast with the black and white polka dots. And so, yeah, I really love this garment. With this garment, I did short sleeves as well, knee length skirt, the button down option, as well as a tie belt. And I made 2 tie belts for this project. I made a black tie belt for contrast, and I also made a tie belt with the same fabric as I used for the dress as well. Now for this particular garment, I did put 1 pocket on the left side of the garment. On this one, I didn't do any pockets. So yeah, I really like the black and white polka dot. It was one of my favorite ones. And I had this on my stories, like the process of making it and everything. And so many of you probably remember this if you follow me on Instagram, because I had it on my stories and I also posted it on my Instagram account as well. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I do have an Instagram account. So go ahead and check me out on Instagram as well. And you can see more of my projects on a regular basis because I post on stories as well as on my grid as well. All right, so lastly, I made this that I'm wearing now, this make here. And this is a calico print. So the print here is a calico print. And the pockets, I made the pockets of a solid black Kona cotton fabric that I purchased from Joann's. Again, I had this fabric in my stash and I had it for some time. And so I didn't go out purchasing anything for a lot of these makes. This I did purchase quite recently though. It was, I want to say a couple of months ago when Joann's had their 70% off of calico prints. And I think I paid $2 a yard for it, $2.40 a yard. So this one was a little bit more pricey, but not really. I also made 2 belts for it. So I used the black belt that I made for the white and polka dot to kind of contrast with this as well and go with the pockets. And I also made a belt out of the same fabric that I made this dress out of. Same version, version D, short sleeves, button up, and I did 2 pockets instead of 1 or none. So this one has 2 pockets, and the only gripe I have about this pattern is that the pockets sit quite high, like on the high bust, and I think that's quite odd. If I were to make this pattern again, I would definitely bring the pockets down to about around where the apex is. And I would kind of line it, have the pocket start right there instead of having it so high. But other than that, I really love I really love this pattern. And as I stated before, you don't have that many pieces. You have 2 front pieces. Your back is on the fold. You have your sleeves, the tie belt if you choose to do the tie belt option, and that's about it. And then you put interfacing on your collar. Oh yeah, you have your collar piece and you put interfacing on your collar. And it's just very simple, very easy. I would say this would definitely be a pattern for advanced beginners or an intermediate phase of sewing. It depends on how determined you are as an advanced beginner, but I definitely think an advanced beginner can sew this up real quickly and be really confident after she has done so, or he. Okay, I want to go ahead and list a couple more things about this pattern before I close the video out. The fabric choices listed for recommendations are fabrics such as chambray, cotton types, linen types, seersucker, and shirting fabrics. All of my fabric choices were in the cotton or cotton blend range. So the calico prints are 100% cotton. And as I told you here for the pockets for this garment here, it is a 100% cotton Kona. And then the black and white, I honestly don't really know because I purchased this from Walmart, and sometimes they don't have any information on some of the bolts that come in, and that was the case with this. But if I had to guess, I would say it is a cotton of some sort or a cotton blend. It is a little bit more stiffer than these calico prints, so I don't really, and it has like a jacketing type feel to it, so it could be mixed or blended with something, but I do know the main material is of a cotton. It has that texture of a cotton. So anyway, just in case if you want to make this garment, you have an idea of what kind of fabrics you're going to be working with. Because I did version CD, it calls for 9 5/8 of an inch buttons. If you do version B, you need 10 buttons, and version A, that's your tunic, you only need 3 buttons. So just something to keep in mind. I chose a size, so I had to grade in between sizes up around the arm area because I used a larger sleeve for the arm area. So right around the armhole area, I think I chose like a size 14, but going down the bust, I chose, or the length of the garment, I chose a size 10, I believe, or 12. So this pattern does run a little bit on the big side because, as you can see, it just has a little bit of extra fabric in the bust area. So I think I chose a size 10 or a size 12 or something like that. But other than that, besides the size 14 for my arms and around that armhole area, everything else is a size, I believe it's a size 12. I can't remember. I should, because I did 3 garments, but I believe it's a size 12. It's a really simple and easy make. I really loved making it, and I definitely recommend this pattern. The reason why I made 3 and I took my time to make 2 more garments after the mock-up is because I liked it so much, and it was so easy and so therapeutic for me to sew it. And so I rarely make 3 of the same, 3 garments out of the same pattern back to back in the same week. But I really loved it, and I just wanted to get as much sewing time with this pattern as I could before I went and put it away and probably never see it again. So let me show you real quickly before I close the video. I'm going to show you the Sew Your View make for the month of June, and hopefully you can give me some ideas as to what view I can choose that would fit my frame. And because I'm having a little bit of issues with this one, I don't know if it's something that I would get a lot of wear out of, but let me show you and you can tell me. Okay, so here it is right here. It's a Vogue Easy. You have easy options. It comes with 6 different variations of a dress, and I was thinking about doing view C, the one that the model is wearing, but with sleeves. If you have any recommendations or suggestions, just let me know. The fabrics that they call for are broadcloth fabrics, linen, lightweight denim, raw silk, fabrics such as those. So I was thinking about using a shirting fabric, but like I said, I just don't know. I also have some crepe fabric that would probably look really nice because I think it would give like this really nice flowy, drapey look to it. So yeah, it's a very easy, well, not very easy, sorry. It's Vogue with easy options. So I would really love to make this, and I just need some inspiration. So that's where you all come in. So yeah, let me know. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel and for supporting the channel. And until next time, stay creative.